step forward. Come on in. We're gonna put you in the hot seat now. Here you go, sir. Very good. Please introduce yourself and tell us which one was your project.
My name is Adrián. I'm a filmmaker of the short film, The Guardians Lake and Kiss Me.
Hi, I'm Carrasco. My film was Puerto Rican Jew.
Okay, good. Any questions?
Yeah, one question. For the Puerto Rican Jew, what inspired you to come up with the idea? Where did the idea come from? Like, what was your genesis for starting doing that film?
So the story is loosely based on something that happened. I found out that I was like half Jewish. I was living in LA at the time, and this was during COVID. So I was like, you know what? I'll take one of these tests I've never done, and then that's once I found out it was inspiring me to write the story.
Oh, so this is based off your life story?
Yes, loosely based. Like everything, I mean, that stuff didn't happen with my brother and sister, but that was the idea behind it. That's what inspired it.
Okay, cool. And then, so now, how was the audience so far since you've done the film? What's your experience like showing it at festivals and having people interacting with the whole idea?
Well, so far this is the second festival. I have like 3 more coming up. But so far it's been positive. It's been a good experience.
And Adrián, what about your film? What was the idea for your film? How did that came about?
For example, Kiss Me. When I filmed it, hablaré un poquito español.
Sí, puedo traducir si quieres.
Okay. Esta historia de Kiss Me lo filmé justamente 3 meses antes del COVID.
He filmed Guardianes del Lago.
Kiss
Me, you're Kiss Me. Kiss Me, he filmed it 3 meses. 3 months before COVID, the pandemic hit.
We didn't know about, the pandemic.
Right.
Yeah.
And how is it, like the same question, what's your experience like, having it at different festivals and screening? How is the audience reception?
¿Cómo recibió el público el proyecto?
La historia fue como una profecía.
Sí.
Sí, fue una profecía porque las personas pues le gustaron, se identificaron con la historia. Sin embargo, pues es una ficción.
¿Y qué tan cercano de la pandemia realizó la película?
Sí, después de 3 meses ocurrió lo del COVID en el 2019 al 20 y tuvimos la postproducción, terminamos justamente en marzo.
Salió a media pandemic. He said the film, when they shot 3 months before the pandemic hit, they went 3 months into post-production, and in the middle of the pandemic, the audience received it as almost prophetic that, how did you know this was going to happen? Type reaction. And it was out there, and people were able to definitely identify with the story. And of course, it was released right in the middle of the pandemic, o casi al principio de la pandemia.
Yes. So, I got another question for both of you guys, and you can start. Are you working on something else? Are you guys following up? Would you want this to become a feature? I know most filmmakers are like, oh, this is short, but I'd love to turn this into a feature.
I think for this story in particular, I think there's a lot more room for more stories to be told, so I would be open to that idea. Right now, I don't have any projects in mind. I've been helping with some other friends with their projects. Right now, I'm just doing like the first festival circuit for the next, 6 to 8 months before I start thinking about that project, because these girls, they're pretty expensive too, so they shoot these films. But yeah, I think this could be more maybe episodic, like maybe like short 30-minute episodes or 15 to 30 instead of a feature film. But I think I could go either way depending on the writer.
No.
Would you be open to a sitcom?
Yeah, I would be. Because I definitely, I wanted comedy. I didn't want to just be all dramatic. Because I feel like that's life, you know?
Yes.
You're gonna have these moments where it's, okay, yeah, this happens, but life goes on.
Yes.
You laugh about it, you move on. And yes, I think I would definitely want to have it more. A sitcom would be a great idea.
And I would definitely recommend to keep the hearing impaired, the sign language.
Oh, yeah.
That was great. I mean, I'm sure that was that real?
Yeah, I do have a deaf brother, so I wanted to have that representation in the film, but I didn't want to make that like a focus point. It's just another thing that's just part of life that they deal with.
Right.
But it's not important. Like, so I didn't want to like really, this is about a deaf film and stuff.
Absolutely. Él dice que si va a hacer esto un feature, una historia más larga o está esperando otros proyectos que van a salir.
Sí, serían otros proyectos que estamos por hacer. Y bueno, en realidad, pues estos dos cortometrajes son una historia que, pues, espero que a la gente le haya gustado, ¿no? Pero en este momento solamente son cortometrajes.
At this point, his project, he just wants to keep it as a short film. He's looking at other projects right now for feature film, but right now he wants to keep his film as a short film.
All right, thank you.
So, Luis, the siblings in Puerto Rican Jew seem to have amazing chemistry. As a director, what's your process for getting the cast to work together as a team?
So I found all of the actors on backstage, and then I also found Jose, who played, and Greg, who played Jose, who was a deaf actor. So there was a lot of rehearsals because the two actors did not know sign language at all. So we had like maybe 3 or 4 rehearsals, and I had to hire an interpreter and also a person who's called a director of artistic sign language. And their job is to help the deaf actors and the hearing actors make sure that the scene is coming along the way it's supposed to be, the right signs are being, and the interpreter is just like making sure she can speak for the actor and relay the messages to the deaf actor and the actors as well. So I think we rehearsed for about 3 months before we started even shooting because we wanted to have, the sign language was like an important part of the film, so we wanted to have that down before. So we did, over Zoom rehearsals and a couple in-person rehearsals.
That makes me ask about the budget.
So I did receive a grant from this. We received $4,000 for it from the Inward Arts Department. But then for my own money, I think I came out about $10,000. It's like 10 to 12, for the production. And I even got like a lot of help. I got the camera for free and all that.
What kind of camera did you shoot on?
The Alexa.
Oh, that's nice.
The quick lenses.
Oh, nice.
So was it shot in New York?
It was, yeah. It was shot mostly in the Bronx and then in Inwood a couple scenes, but mostly the Bronx.
Los actores de su proyecto, el muchacho, el hombre y la mujer, ¿qué tanto duraron ensayando? No es fácil llegar a un beso.
Yeah.
So how long did they rehearse? It's not easy to just jump in on a short film to start kissing someone.
Actually, we didn't have a budget for making this short film in LA here. So I tried to get the actors, and Roberta Sparta, she's a great actress, and Ricardo Vega, he's a producer and actor. And I tried to speak with them, and they told me, Adrián, you can come here for making a short film. And yeah, so that was the experience. When you try to make a short film with a team, and in family, you can make it cualquier cosa, anything. Yeah,
absolutely. Both of you, how difficult was it to? I'm sure you were in production probably during the pandemic, or if you were, how difficult was it to be out in public, estar en el público, qué tan difícil fue filmar durante la pandemia con todas las restricciones que había y no tener. And how difficult was it to be, if you were filming during the pandemic?
Well, we shot this past June, so a lot of the restrictions were uplifted by that point. So, like, as you saw, like, in the park scene, everybody was out. Like, those weren't background actors. That was just New York City. Everybody was all out.
Well, what about?
Well, in my case, because it was before the pandemic, so los actores se sorprendieron mucho cuando pasó lo de COVID y de hecho creo que ellos fueron los primeros que utilizaron, en el caso de Roberta Sparta, el cubrebocas que utiliza en la primera escena y creo que ella fue la primera en una película, después sucedió.
Okay, yeah, they were the first to wear the mask. It happened before. I forgot about that part. It happened before the pandemic, so those restrictions weren't there yet.
Jean-Philippe for Haiti Engage. Now that this is pretty much your first festival, right, with your film?
Second one.
Second one. And when you started this, what was your ultimate goal? What would you like to see, both of you, come out of this, both of these shows?
The goal is hoping to get into as many festivals as possible, get the word out there, and hopefully it can grow into something, if somebody can like maybe possibly pick it up and someone likes it, like I can expand on it, like someone saying like maybe a sitcom or make it into a feature. So that's the goal. I can definitely see the story becoming bigger.
Yeah, what's the goal when you started this project?
Para este proyecto?
For example, the Guardians Lake, were acting the chill, and this project, I would like to be in, for example, in Cannes, or another film festival in Europe. Yeah, because this story is a little bit interesting. Yeah.
Yes.
What was your writing process, and by what draft did you decide that this is good enough for you to start to go shoot?
¿Cuál es su?
Well, I wasn't the writer, so I have a writing friend who I work a lot with, because I don't really trust my writing, but I had the story in mind of like beginning, middle, and end. So we would go through drafts. I think we went to 3 or 4 drafts before he showed it to me. I was like, okay, I think this is it. Because at first he wrote it kind of more serious, and I was like, no, can we like throw some jokes in there? I was like, hey, what about she says she wants a bacon, egg, and cheese instead of like pastrami or something.
¿Cuál fue el proceso de escribir?
Okay. The process when I wrote, for example, Kiss Me, was because I didn't have money. So all I was concentrado.
Yeah,
concentrated to working on the script, specifically thinking about filming here, but so what was the solution? In the building. All the story was in the building, inside, yeah.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Congratulations.